Quesadilla, I don't mean to alarm you, but I've seen some shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Alright. This is not good, boys. So the dev stream came out and they said something along the lines of, oh, this is probably the time to restart. I don't really feel like restarting. Also, I'm gonna put myself in fucking do not disturb because I'm being disturbed. Always interrupted. Why did you crawl over me? You could have gone around, but oh well. Anyway, always interrupted. Like I fucking push a record button and get body slammed. We have had a pretty good session. We got prepared for the pond. The pond is almost upon us. Here's the problem, though. We need to move. We are going to move when the season starts. Pre-pond is over. Pond update is coming. And this was the whole point of this, was to show off the, dozer and the black ants and stuff. Get ready for the pond update. I was debating on if I should do this a month ago, but I decided to do it a little earlier because in my mind I was thinking like, well, the pond's coming anyway, so just do it before the pond comes. So now we have one more thing to work on, which is put a whole bunch of items inside of a chest, pick up the chest, go over to our spot where we're thinking of building. I am thinking of building on top of the garden light post right here. Why? You did it again. Oh my god. She's body slamming me. I'm dying. Why? You could literally go around. Why? Ah! Well, that's the last time I sit in a chair near you. Glitchy ass. Glitchy ass. She's still glitching. You might want to back up a bit. Let her do her thing. Anyway. This is the end of pre-pond. We are no longer doing pre-pond. Pre-pond is done with. So there's only one last thing to do. And that is to say goodbye to this base. This base has served me well. But it is time to move. I've done nothing but build shit for 3 days. Yeah, you can hold on to all this, it's fine. Okay. Build a couple things, because I'm missing a couple things, and I would like to bring it with me. I'm bringing this with me, obviously, because, like, yeah.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Small.
Oh, God, oh, fuck. Maybe I should just go up top and grab materials. Jesus. Yeah, okay, we got the materials. Put it back in here. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna grab a couple of materials. We're gonna put it inside of you. I'm gonna grab all of my stuff here. Go over here. I don't think I'll need any spider things or any like other things. I will be taking my grub goo. I'll take my pine cone and my burrs, because I already fucking know. I already know the deal. I already know. It's coming. Gotta hurry, it's coming. Pre-pond is coming to an end, and we gotta hurry. We gotta prepare. Yeah. I also found these woolly whoppers, which I would have used these if I would have had these earlier, but nope, I suck at finding shit. It was underneath the pond the whole time, or underneath the, that's a tad bit peculiar. Anyway, it was underneath the garden. There was a hole underneath the garden where it led to, and, pretty good. Anyway, let me see. What do I need for this? Right here, I'll build it. Oh god, oh god, yep,
Help me grab this for later, would you?
There you go. Move. Thank you. I'm putting all this away because we're taking it with us. Yes, okay. What else do we need? I think I'll leave some of this stuff here. I mean, I might need this. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Obviously. Yep. You know it. Yep. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Are you full? Yeah, you full. I don't think I have anything else I can take with me because I'm full. I'll put this here and we'll swap it out for this. You never know. You never know. The base is finished. This base will stay here. It will have all of these trophies, and I'll bring back more trophies later on. But we're going to leave this base here, and we're going to come back after 5 episodes. So right here, as you can see, I got these little platforms. These platforms are perfect because later on when we get the zip line, we can go to the bench. The pine tree where Axel is, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there's Axel. Picnic table. Hot dogs. And then if we go over here. Oh, I thought I was gonna fall away. No, we're good. Trash can, oak tree, the table where it's probably gonna have some fucking bees or wasps, either one. The pine tree, the pagoda, and of course, a little secret area over there. You might not be able to see it, but there seems to be a structure. Let's go. The point of pre-pond was to build up our farms, build up our statue area, build up our house, build up everything, gather up a ton of materials, so we are ready for the pond. But the first 5 episodes, we're gonna explore the pond. So we don't really need any, you know, items or anything. We can actually kind of just chill and just go over to the pond and explore. Because we already have all the items that we will need. Except for the new stuff. There might be some new stuff to find. Who knows? The only other thing, though, is even though we have all this stuff, I don't know if it's going to be enough. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, items that I'll need or if it's going to be important for later. So all this is just a shot in the dark. But I decided that the first 5 episodes is just me exploring, looking for maybe some places to build a base, maybe to fucking figure out where I am and how I'm going to explore and how I'm going to be doing things and just exploring. I've also tried to keep myself in the dark, but I have seen some little leaks and snippets, and sadly it confirms my theory. Black Ox, Roly-Poly, and Ladybird are tier 4. So they're not coming to the pond. Pond is tier 3. There is a couple of tier 4s, but it's not the green shield bug. Which means the green shield bug is no longer a part of the original gang. It's only a part of the original gang and the original grounded, but the green shield bug is no longer tier 3, so, or tier 4, so yeah. I already predicted that the Black Ox, Ladybird, and Roly-Poly would be tier 4 because of the wolf spider. The wolf spider being tier 3 is a big, like, red flag. Because if the wolf spider was meant to be an in-between in the original grounded, it was meant to be a between tier 2 and 3, where it would fight, like, antlions and fight black oxes by itself. Yeah, so you kind of get the idea. Like, that thing was an in-between. So how do you make something in between? By keeping it in between. And guess where the wolf spider is now? Tier 3. You know what's above Tier 3? Tier 4. Yep. Black Ox, Roly-Poly, and Ladybird are all Tier 4. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Black Ox, Ladybird, and Roly-Poly are all Tier 4. I already know it. I already feel it. Because I can already tell where this is going. Antlion and the Termite are Tier 3. But the reason why they're Tier 3 is because they were never meant to be Tier 3 and grounded. They were kind of an in-between as well. They weren't quite Tier 3, nor were they quite Tier 4. You know, they weren't quite endgamey. They were more of a stepping stone into Tier 3. Which is why the armors weren't really combat armors, they were utility. And then you got to the Black Ox, Roly-Poly, and Ladybird, and all of a sudden the Ladybird has like this really powerful shield. Black Ox has this really powerful armor. You know, Roly-Poly has all these things, and it's all of a sudden a big up from, you know, sunproof and chopping speed or whatever it was before. So yeah, we are starting to get into the Tier 4s, which is insane. So here's my prediction. The next episode, or the next update after the pond, is going to be the playground update. We've seen images of the playground. We've seen little snippets. I think that's going to be the next one, and that's going to unlock the table and the playground down here. And then the big final episode, the final update's going to be the crater. And the crater's going to be where the explosion was, and we get to see all the lore and all the shit. But I think the playground is going to be the next update, and it's going to have Tier 3s and Tier 4s only. Maybe a new type of roach. Maybe a tree roach, which is a bigger, spinier roach than the roach that we got. It'd probably be a little bit bigger than the roach that we got, and it'd probably be a more powerful roach. Tree roaches are cool. They're big. Obviously, we have Axel and the lizard, which are both pets, which means that the only other pets they could do is like a canary, a toad, a salamander, which would be pretty cool. And if you don't want to do pets no more, obviously you got the dragonfly. Dragonfly is bigger than a wasp. It would be bigger than the bugs that we came across so far. It'd be about the same size as Axel, but it'd be just long instead of, you know, wide. Dragonfly would be a pretty cool boss. I would love to see a toad boss. If you could do the lizard, you can do a toad. And the toad would be this really big and ominous, like, threat that would attack, and it'd basically be slimy and maybe, like, jump around and do body slams and stuff. It basically worked the same as the lizard, but it would have, like, much more interesting combat than the lizard. Like, the lizard's all about spicy and all that. So you could have a toad that could be about, you know, minty and freezing enemies. You know, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be a new threat. As for Broodmother, Wasp Queen, and Mantis, I think Mantis should just be a normal enemy. You can see them like roaming around and stuff. I think the Orb Weaver, the Spiny Orb Weaver, should just be what it is, a Spiny Orb Weaver. Broodmother is cute and all, but that was the boss that we fought when we were little. Now we're bigger. It's just a Spiny Orb Weaver. It's nothing important, nothing special, nothing big. It's just a simple creature. And we slowly start to get used to it, and it's no longer a big bad boss. It's just a Tier 4 spider. It's all good. Maybe not Tier 4. Maybe keep it Tier 3. Keep it a Tier 3, and then the Black Widow is Tier 4. You know what I'm saying? That'd be fun. Jump. This is always the tricky part. Getting through here. You know what? Can I build like a platform off to the side? I said I would do it, and I didn't do it a couple of times. I told myself I'd do it, and I still didn't do it. Maggard.
Didn't even need instructions.
that doesn't destroy my thing. Alright, cool, and then I can do another little one over here. There you go. Anyway. It'd be nice to see an orb weaver that's spiny. Spiny orb weaver is a much better name anyway. I can't believe I forgot those. So, this is the end. We've talked about a few things, and now we're going to finish it off. We are going to start up here. This is where we're going to start. And we're going to go down, we're going to do all the like exploration for 5 episodes, and then we're going to build a base, and then we'll go back to our base and see what we need. In the next episode, we will continue forward and no longer be in pre-pond. We will be in the pond. Build. Smoothie station. Smoothie station? Smoothie station. There it is. I'm not doing an upgrade thing yet, but later on we will need the smoothie station, so yeah. There you go. And then we can do smoothies whenever we'd like. We just don't have any of the materials. We'll have to get the materials later. Hello. Oh my god, oh, I did not want that. I just wanted to close the door. There you go. Now you're not stuck. I'll put away 1 rope. There you go. We're going to go from point A to point B in the next episode. So I really hope that y'all have enjoyed. If you have, like and all that good stuff. And in the next one, we will go to the pagoda, float down using our dandelion tufts that I got, so that way I can float down. And after that, we'll just explore and we'll see where we can go. If it's going to be tough, it's going to be tough. But like, I want to explore by the pagoda first, then we're going to go to the tree, then we're going to go to the pond, and we'll end it by going to the garden, and that will be the start of it. Get inside, dude. Come on now. Come on, get inside. We gotta go to bed. Come on. It's bedtime. Okay, well, she's stuck. Here. It's time for bed. That last little dreamy dreams before we go to bed. I hope that you will get, you know, a lot more tier 4 stuff, and I hope we get a lot more than what we've seen. I hope the Broodmother does become a boss, and it's just a spiny orb weaver. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we get a lot more chocolate. I'm hoping we get a lot more materials and items and all that good stuff. And I hope Cassadia can be tier 4. Anyway. I don't give a fuck.